Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. Look, I knocked my mic over, y'all. So if y'all can let me know if my sound okay, because it knocked my settings off of my mic. So I'm hoping I sound okay. So y'all can just put in the comment section, you sound fine, it sound weird, you sound like an alien. Let me know if my sound is okay. I hope it is. I just kind of turned it back, but we shall see. Okay, but hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner, and this is Tuesday Night Chat. Okay, even though it's 7 o'clock, I came on early because the awards come on tonight. So we're gonna be on here for a little bit of a minute, okay, not more than an hour. So I'm recording the awards, I'm reviewing the awards. You know, we will discuss the awards, the fashion, the performances, and all of that stuff. But I said it's still stuff to be discussed. I have to still do my live. I can't miss a whole day because I'm trying to be consistent. So that's why I said, girl, still go on and do your live and let it be. Okay. I got off work early. I'm trying to get my earbuds in to try to hear myself. Just a little bit. Oh, I do sound fine. Okay. That's all that matters. Now, happy Tuesday. Y'all know that means it is Taco Tuesday. It is Tequila Tuesday. It is also TD Tuesday. Whatever tea you celebrate, it is your tea today. Okay? Now, look. People around here, honey, giving us content to discuss, and I am happy about that because we know it ain't nothing going on. You know, ain't nothing to talk about, and then we sitting around here bored. So, you know, thank God. Oh, girl. Talking stuff over. Thank God for the people giving us things to discuss. Okay, But make sure to do a couple things for me. Okay, please, y'all, subscribe to the channel. Okay, like the video, comment in the comment section. You can also hit the notification bell because it lets you know when I'm live. Guess what? I'm not live at 9. I'm live at 7:22. Okay, well, it's 7:24. I'm live at 7 something. Okay, I put on my IG earlier. I told y'all follow me on IG. I put on my IG earlier that I was going to be on live at 7. I set my live early too. So folks who just don't know, they just, I said it. I pre-warned y'all. I said we're going to still come here and, have a little fun, little chit-chat. So again, like, comment, share, subscribe, follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, Twitter, and TikTok. Okay, now look, while I'm here, I would have been in here 10 minutes ago, but honey, it was a dog outside my building, and I don't play with animals. I do not play with animals. Now where I'm at, y'all. Let me get on camera. Now I hope the signal don't go out stupid. Hi, hello. Hey, how y'all doing? Okay, I was outside parking. Okay, when I put in the comment section, hey, I'll be in a second, because I was outside and was going to come in here and get on camera. Honey, and I looked out my window in my car. It's a big old dog. The dog looked like a Rottweiler, a pit bull, one of them kind of dogs. I don't know, because I don't do dogs. Okay, I don't do animals at all. Expect dogs, cats, birds, lions, tigers, bears. I don't do none of them. Okay, I don't do none of them. And the dog wasn't on no leash. It was just sitting peeing in the dang on, the little wooded, the tree. And I can talk about the trees and stuff out there. And I was like, who the hell is it? Why is it a regular dog with no leash? In my complex, the dog, any animal is required to be on a leash, and it wasn't. And I was scared. Oh my God, I was scared. Because I'm like, it's a big dog, and I have to get to the building, and I can't get out the car. So I was sitting, I'm like, move, dog, move, dog. Dog ain't moving. The dog is walking around. It was another smaller dog. Like, I'm like, where's all these damn stray dogs? Neither dog on a leash. And again, in our complex, you are required to have your dog on a leash to avoid, them chasing people and killing people. And, these dogs, or y'all know how. I don't know why I was trying to use the plastic thing. The dogs were not on no leash. I didn't see no people with the dogs either. So I was sitting like, what am I going to do, Jesus? Jesus, what I'm going to do, Lord Jesus? And then a guy walked up. I'm like, is that your dog? He like, yeah. I was like, your dog was on a leash. You know what I'm saying? That's the rule here. They're supposed to be on leashes or whatever. He like, yeah, girl. I sound like this somebody lady. He said, no, the dog is on a leash. I was like, where? What leash? I don't see no leash. He said, oh, the dog has a shot collar. And if he do whatever, I push his little button. You see this thing? I push a little button, and it sends like 100 volts. And so, so he's trained to not do like, I know it hurt because I did it on myself. He said, see, look, he showed me, I guess, I said it's a bullet hole. It looked like a bullet hole. Okay. But he like, the dog ain't gonna mess with you. I got kids at the house. I got a newborn. I'm saying, I say, sir, but I don't know you. I don't know your dogs. I've never seen them dogs before. You could be lying to me because you want to murder me and have your dog drag my big ass back to your cage and kill me. No, sir. I was like, sir, thank you, but can you just get your dogs away from my car so I can go in the house, okay? But he was really nice. He's like, they're not going to hurt you at all. I promise you, they peaceful, whatever. It's right here. They're not going to do anything. Okay, but can you and your dogs go that way, okay? And they then left and I came in the house. I was like, hey, y'all. How y'all doing? Okay. Happy Tuesday. Okay. Some things to discuss. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Jaylee Johnson. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Okay. Erica did speak. We're going to discuss that. Okay, I'm happy y'all can hear me and everything because I was scared. I was scared because my mic, I never changed the settings on my mic. My mic, I bought this mic in 2019. The same settings been on since 2019. And when I knocked it over and the thing, I was like, no, I don't remember what the settings were. So I'm glad y'all can hear me and I sound fine. But hey, hello everyone. Hey my, that's my mom. But I'm gonna call you when I'm done. So I'm not gonna be on that long. Okay. But hi to the people. Hey again. We only on here early because the awards on. So because I'm not gonna wait, girl, I can't even. I wasn't ready. I wasn't. The ice is frozen. The water is frozen. I want to get the top down in there. There's too much ice in here that's falling on my damn table. But I want to get to the conversations, okay? And that's what we're going to do. Honey, Tyrese and this foolishness with him and Envy. I'm going to be ghetto. It's getting on my nerve. Because they keep beefing over stuff that we don't even really know what's going on. So we're going to discuss that. Okay, Erica's comments. Kelly Price popping out saying things and everything. Again, things to discuss real fast. Okay, let me get to what is here to get to. Now, I actually made a couple graphics or whatever, but I am going to share a couple things from my IG, like 2 or 3, then that's it. And then we're gonna also get into Joseline, okay, Joseline's cabaret with a some B of the S, and whatever. Again, all things that are the awards will be fully discussed tomorrow. Fully, all the fashions, all that stuff. I promise y'all we will discuss tomorrow. So anything y'all hear, y'all see going on, I don't know because I'm on here with y'all. Okay, I'm on here with y'all. Okay. Do I even have to go to my IG? I really don't have to go because I don't have that much time. So I'm going to ignore that. Okay, let's get to the fashion. Boom. It's fashion week. I told y'all it's fashion week. So all the people is around here doing fashion things. Okay, they were, I think they were at the LaQuan Smith fashion show out there in New York. And these were some of the looks that I saw and I wanted to come to y'all to discuss. Okay, we have Marseille Martin, we have Mary J. Blige, we have Lala Anthony, we have Summer Walker, and then we also have Sweetie. Now, again, they all are at the same show. They all are dressed differently. And let's just discuss. Okay, fast. Marseille Martin, I feel like she always gets it right. And I always feel like nobody is putting her in clothes that she don't want to wear. Even the one time I may have seen her something that I did not really like, I still felt like it was her clothes and she wanted to wear it. I like this little outfit. Okay, it's a little, 2-piece with a little broad leg to it, a little skirt, and the top is people jacket. The skirt, the jacket, and the top. I love the green pump toes. Girl, green. The green pointed toe heels set it off because it is hints of green in her outfit. So I really do love it. Even her hair and her makeup is really cute and simple. Now, Mary J. Blige, I don't know why she seemed like she's one full color because Mary J. Blige is not that color of brown. I don't feel like she's ever been that dark of the skin. So I don't know what's going on there, but I'm going to leave that be. Because I'm like, I guess so. It's a cute look, but like it kind of blends in together. Like, I mean this in no disrespect. She look rusty. Like the color of the outfit is the color of rust and ain't nothing wrong with that. But I feel like they put some makeup on her, some body makeup to make her skin tone kind of match the clothes because it's also flat and she just looked like one color. And I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, she looked real tan, real tan. Even around the forehead looked tan. Even her wig hair looked tan at the top. So I don't know what happened there. If she tanned her whole body and that's just what happened. Lala is in a cat suit, okay, and the whole cat suit. And the front of the cat suit look weird because it's that line down the middle. The line should have been down the back, which nobody gonna see. So the line down the middle for me doesn't look right, but I still think the outfit isn't bad. I like the coat more than anything else because it's a simple cat suit. It's a simple cat suit. I feel like it would have been cuter if she would have had like just not that print of a cat suit and something different, because I like the coat and the heels, but the coat, the heels, and the cat suit is just too much in my opinion, and I'm gonna leave that lady be, because I feel like I've always had an issue with what she's been wearing lately. And I'm not trying to hate on Lala. I like Lala. I just sometimes feel like people put a lot in clothes and then she wear them, and she think it's cute because somebody put her in it. Summer Walker. I don't know why she's wearing ski goggles, because she ain't skiing. The full blonde hair. I guess she's supposed to be a snow bunny. It's a really simple all black lace look, and then a little bralette, okay, and then the little she may be wearing a waist trainer, I don't know, but it's something by her waist and then some panties. It's just real simple. It's a little bit slutty, but slutty in a good way. And then with Sweetie, I feel like we saw somebody. This looked like the outfit Coco Jones wore a few weeks or a few months ago, and I did not like it because it was too tight on the bosoms. And I feel the same way here. It's cute though, but I still feel like, why y'all holding y'all breath like that with these clothes? Okay, so that's it for them two right there. I'm trying to rush to get done, before I don't want to be too far into the awards. We have Vivica Fox, Laverne Cox, Cassie, Brisha Webb, and then Coco Jones. Now, my favorite look out of all of these is Cassie. Cassie, who was in, a skin tone color, cute shoe, simple sunglasses, simple hair, pulled back. It's real simple, chic, but sexy. You know what I'm saying? It's real basic, but it's cute and it's basic. I feel like Coco Jones and this all red number is too much red. The hat, I want it to, because red is my favorite color. It's the red hat that I don't like because of the velvet coat. And I don't like the velvet coat because of the latex boots. I don't like the latex boots because of the latex dress. Okay, it's latex, leather, velvet, and fur. It's just pick a texture. Pick something. You know what I'm saying? I also feel like the boob area look a bit disheveled, so I'm confused with Coco, but again, she's young, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. But I feel like no. Even Brisha Webb in this, futuristic blue dress, I don't like it because the dress look plastic, and I get it's supposed to look like, like neon. I don't know. I just don't like it. It don't make sense to me. I get what she was going for, and I'm pretty sure she's probably wearing something of the designer who was there, but I still feel like I don't really like what it's giving. Laverne Cox gives me, young Grace Jones. When I say young Grace Jones, I mean like Grace Jones in her 40s. That's no tea, no shade. It's a cute look, but I always feel like Laverne is trying her best to be fierce. And sometimes it feels forced. Sometimes it feels natural. This feels right in between forced and natural. She's giving great face right here. I don't mind the black leggings with the black heels. I love the jacket. You know what I'm saying? The collar popped up. I even love her hair. But something about the way she's standing, each photo I saw of her, it gave like a bit of a force of it all. Vivica looked like that's a dress she had in her closet and she put it on. And she didn't give it not one, not two, she didn't care nothing about it. That's a dress that's been in her closet since the early 2000s. It's vintage. And she said, you're going to get vintage from me. And if you don't like it, I don't care. Okay? This is what I got, and this is what you're going to get. And if you don't like it, so what? I'm Vivica Fox. So I'm like, but you was coming out? Maybe you didn't know. Maybe she didn't know she was coming out to this thing. I'm not sure. Okay. But those were all the looks that I could come up with today. But tomorrow it will be a long version of fashion because we will have to cover all of the looks from the VMAs. So get ready tomorrow. Okay. Now, who I want to get to first? Well, you'll be discussing these people, and that's it. And because Tyrese talked for like 10 damn minutes, I want to be sure that we can get that stuff done. Let's start with Nelly. You know, there were clearly Rashida had a show. I didn't know she had a show, but her and Kirk interviewed Nelly. And you know, the first question she asked him was, "Oh, so are you and Ashanti back together?" And he was smiling from ear to ear, okay, from sea to shining sea, okay. He was very, very, very ecstatic when talking about Ashanti, and he confirmed, yes. Me and Ashanti are back together. He said how it surprised them both, how like they didn't plan it, it just kind of happened. How, you know, sometime in life, you know, you have to separate and come back together. And then, you know, once they came back together and they figured things out, it was real cute. Because, you know, I know for a fact that recently there were rumors, well, Tasha K said, you know, this is what it is. Tasha K said that Nelly and Ashanti had broken up and how Nelly had, you know, got that settlement. Nelly had got like $50 million for his catalog or whatever, and then he stopped talking to Ashanti and they broke up or whatever. So I know I heard her say that the other day on her channel. And so this, you know, coming out, he like, no, we're together. You know, it's good. You know what I'm saying? He said back then it was a whole lot of pressure for them to be together. And I said I can agree, because Nelly and Ashanti back then and Nelly and Ashanti now are two different entities. Okay, I do feel like, I think people don't understand how young they were. That was them in their 20s. Okay, 20s in their career and all that stuff. He said, but back then, honey, I'm not even centered. I just walked in, got on camera. He said back then it was a lot of pressure based on who we were, based on other people being involved in who we were and what we're doing, us both being in the middle of building our careers. So a lot was happening, and so it was just different back then. And now there isn't any pressure, because at this point they're both old. They're both in their 40s. They both have a career. They both have made it to a level where they don't have to really work if they don't want to. But I think they both enjoy working. Ashanti is always performing somewhere. Okay, here, there, and everywhere. Nelly be doing stuff too, so again, it's cute. But I like the fact that he was so giddy about saying, yeah, we back together, you know, saying what's the plan, you know, we gotta talk. We saw it from that damn Versus. We walked all the way across the stage to say hi. You know what I'm saying? And it started from there. And I'm happy that they are together. I wish them nothing but peace, love, and happiness. And seeing him, you know, smile so hard while talking about it was cute. Now you see, because the Shade Room posted the clip. Because I don't know where Rashida's show was airing. I don't know how to watch it at all. But you know, I don't know, whatever. But the Shade, and I'm not posting no clips. I don't want to get flagged. But when the Shade Room posted it, you know, how much he was blushing. And this and that and that and this. We see Ashanti came through. Hey, big head. Little heart face, little heart Nelly. It's cute. You know what I'm saying? They could never, or they never did this back then. You know what I'm saying? We rarely seen them together back then. And now, like, we see them when we see them. And I do feel like people can think, oh, if you don't see them together, that means they broke up. And they're like, no. We together, you know what I'm saying? Hey, big head. And it's cute. So we're going to continue to wish them the best, okay? The best. A little bit. Because we love Nelly and Ashanti. I feel like nobody saw it coming. But once we saw, we were like, wait a minute. He walked across stage to say hey to her. And like she smiled and he smiled and went on LMIC. Can they get back together? And then slowly but surely, we seen them popping out like at parties in the same area, whatever. So I'm happy that these two have found love once again. All this time later, it's cute. Okay, let's move on to Kelly Price. Okay, Kelly Price. We know Kelly Price want to act like we was upset and talking Cash Money stuff because because of her COVID stuff. No. I want to show y'all what she said, okay? Because don't try to play us, Kelly. Kelly, you know why we was upset with you. Don't try and change the narrative, okay? Listen to this.
I was stupid enough that needed to lie about almost dying from COVID, kiss my entire ass. I felt like I was stupid enough that needed to lie about almost dying from COVID, kiss my entire ass. It's a lot to kiss, so get to work because you're going to be there for a while.
Ma'am, wasn't nobody upset with you because they thought you was lying about having COVID? That's not why anybody was upset. Kelly, we was upset because your sister and them said you was missing. We was worried about you. Okay? Nobody felt like you were lying about having COVID. People felt like you had COVID. You were somewhere knowing you was missing or miss. It was a whole like missing person request for that lady. Okay, so it wasn't about you having COVID. No one said you fake COVID. We know COVID affected folks harshly, but you and that husband of yours knew folks were looking for your ass, and y'all ain't say nothing fast enough. Okay, and then eventually y'all came out and said, you know, it was some stuff going on or whatever. But girl, don't make it seem like, oh, they're upset. You know, they're acting like I was trying to fake COVID. No, man, and we're not kissing your ass. No, we're not gonna do that. Not at all. Because it wasn't our fault. We were worried about you. We were concerned with you. Okay. We was like, what happened with Kelly? Where's she at? Why she missing? Can somebody call 911? And we still wonder, where was you at while you're missing? We still don't know where. But if you on a stage singing, don't put us in your shit. Don't do that because we didn't do you. Don't do us. Okay, that's it for Kelly Price. I told you we're getting through these things because it's not much to talk about today, and I do want to get to thinking. Let's get to Spice and Erica. Okay, because Spice, because all that's left with Envy and then Joseline. Erica released a statement. Now, we know that Erica was accused, not accused, Erica was caught on camera. Erica Mena was on camera calling Spice a blue monkey, not a black monkey, not a blue smurf, a blue monkey. And we all felt like it was racially motivated. We all felt like that's what she did because she done it before. It was a whole backlash about it. Now, everybody and their mama has had an opinion on it. We had not heard from Erica. Even Spice had went live on her IG and addressed the situation, how she did feel like it was racially motivated. She showed receipts of previous times Erica has called other black people monkeys. She addressed the fact that she understands that her and Erica discussing parenting, that she did not think it was an issue with her discussing the parenting, that she was not talking about Erica's child, that she did not say anything mean or rude or derogatory against the lady's child. So we saw her address the thing or whatever. Now, Erica went and posted on her social media today, on her IG, because again, we heard from her, since then. And she said, I deeply regret my insensitive comment and want to humbly apologize to anybody I hurt or offended by my thoughtlessness. My choice of words was wrong, and I take full responsibility for what I said. I am committed to listening to the voices of those affected and will work towards making amends. As a woman of color and a mother of 2 black children, I want to make it clear that my use of that word was not in any way racially driven. That said, I do understand the gravity of what I said and want to use my platform to promote inclusivity and equality. Sincerely, Erica Mena. Now, I say this with all sincerity. I call bullshit. Because, ma'am, ain't no way that you feel like what you said was not racially motivated. Ain't no way. Because nobody out the blue pulls out, you blue monkey. You blue monkey. And then made monkey noises. So the fact that she refused to say, what about the monkey noises, Erica? What about the monkey noises, Erica? I kept on saying, I'm like, I was mostly appalled by the whole situation. But when you fussing with somebody and you call them a monkey and you then make monkey noises, you can't tell me that ain't what you meant when you were doing it to Spice. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me that. And if you're going to take accountability, you need to accept that what you said it for a reason. You said it for a reason. You said it for when people start calling other people animals in the midst of arguing, you have a reason for doing that. You do. You do. So her pulling I'm also a woman of color and I have Black children. And I'm going to use my platform for inclusivity and equality. Miss me with the bullshit. What about the monkey noises? What about the other times you call people monkeys? That's your go-to insult. And it's racist. And as a woman of color, wouldn't you know that? If you have always looked at yourself as a woman of color, how would you not know that? As many Black dicks as you've been with, as many Black friends as you have, nobody is oblivious to calling a Black person a monkey, what it means, what it looked like. Even if that ain't your intent, you know what it looked like. You know what the intentions are when it happens. You know that. You smart. As a woman of color with Black children, guess what? That's what makes it worse, that you should know better. I would never call somebody because I know what it would mean. If I call you a monkey in an argument, I'm trying to be, it is what it is. So you trying to play innocent. And this is the gotcha, okay? Because again, she gave that full ass speech, right? I'm so sorry for what I've done. And somebody asked in her comment section, did she apologize to you for bringing up your child? And Erica's response was she never will. She will never have the guts, unfortunately. So while you're supposed to be sitting around there addressing your antics, you want to still come at Spice as if, she won't have the guts to say sorry. She don't have nothing to say sorry for. You brought up your child who don't like you. She didn't bring up that. You brought that up. And you the one or whoever told her that kid don't like you. So when anybody around here bringing up stuff on camera, because look, I understand people saying kids are off limits. I get that. I also get if somebody say something crazy about your children, you gonna go off. I get that. I understand that. I comprehend that. I also can comprehend if me and somebody I'm kind of beefing, arguing with let's make something clear. Erica said first, Spice, you a single mama. Raising your kids alone. That could be a dig. She brought up Spice being a single mother first. Erica brought up kids first. That's what made Spice say, right, you act like you the only person who has raised kids on their own. Like you the only one with 2 kids and and no baby, and no help. She brought up kids first. She brought up children first. And Spice responded in a way where they were discussing parenting. Period. And the fact that when she's supposed to be holding herself accountable, she's still in the comment section trying to play Triggered victim. Oh, she talked about my kids and she never will have the guts to apologize. She don't have shit to say sorry for. I mean, maybe when she kept yelling, your kid don't like you. But at that point, she was a blue monkey, so it is what it is. It's going to be what's going to be. Anything else will be uncivilized. So Erica Mena can miss me with the bullshit of trying to act like that she round here trying to be a better person. She round here really accepting the accountability that she need to, because she not. Because if she was, she would have left her statement to what it was, and she also would have cut off the comments. Because the comments, the folks don't really matter. All that matters is you apologizing. But you allowing comments, okay, it's fine, whatever. But then for you to then go and say, well, why didn't she? She don't have the guts. She don't need to apologize. She didn't address the monkey comments. I'm sorry, she did not address the monkey sounds. She did not address, I hope you die. You should have died, bitch. What? So you also wishing death on somebody because your son don't like you? We don't even know that son. We ain't did shit to that son. Ain't nobody, but no, your son don't like you because of you. It ain't nobody else's fault. And it's your fault for telling anybody else that he don't like you. And trying to hide behind the, oh, I'm a woman of color, I have black children. And you said that, and you did that. You had to be forcefully pushed into a car to stop you from yelling monkey and making monkey noises at somebody in an argument. Now, your first mistake in life was thinking the bullshit would be okay. But because, as we've said in the past, as VH1 and MTV or whoever, the Love and Hip Hop people have allowed Erica to get away with being the Tasmanian devil for years. The same way they've allowed Joseline to do. We're going to get on her in 1 second. But it's bullshit. Had she not lost her job at VH1 and or MTV, because I think they're on MTV, on Love and Hip Hop, had she not lost her job with Hush on All Black, because what that means is not only can she not be on the show Hush, any other show on that network she can't be on. They can't put Erica on a different show on VH1. They can't put her on a different show on MTV, because right now she's enemy number one. Because all those networks are watched by Black people. And because it's all watched by Black people, they don't want her on there for the backlash. Now, some people, but what about all the stuff she said before? We ain't talking about that. We talking about right now. Because any actual network ain't fucking with her. Now, Tubi, because I don't watch Tubi. But I feel like Tubi may be where she can still have stuff on, because we know that's Joseline on Zeus. Those those streaming things. It's like Zeus and Tubi don't care how bad a person is, they'll take you. They accept all people who are horrible, racist, insane folk. So she round here. Look. She lying to y'all. She not sorry. She not sorry. Because let's not forget, as everyone keeps it happened months ago. Why wait now? It happened months ago, right? She knew what she said before it aired, and she was truly sorry about it. She would not have waited until the backlash came, because she knew she said it. She knew she said it. When you know you said something crazy on camera, address it. Address it. She waited for the show to air, the episodes to air, the backlash to air, to be fired from 2 different networks with 2 different shows. And then go, I'm a person of color with Black children. What about my children? Man, them y'all kids. Handle that. Okay? So Erica, you full of shit. Get out of our face. Okay? Let's go to Joseline and Carlos. And then lastly, we'll get to Envy Tyrese and his wife. Because I don't have much for Joseline at all. So part 2 of Joseline's interview with Carlos King aired today on his show. And at first I'm like, I don't care. I don't want to watch it. Oops. Oh, my nephew, hold on. Hey, Deej. What are you doing?
Just making something, and I was wondering if you want to see it.
I'm on live right now, so I'm gonna call you back in about 30 minutes. All right, love you. Nephew comes first. Okay. But at first I'm like, oh, I want to watch it. I don't really care. Part 1 came on last week. Okay, we need Carlos King do his Tuesday interviews or whatever. And he played part 2 today. Last week it was like an hour. It was like maybe like an hour. It was short. It wasn't that long at all. This episode was maybe 30-something minutes. I was like, that wasn't much. So I'm like, I can watch it. It was kind of boring because to me, Josh didn't really feel like she that girl. And I'm not saying that she don't have to believe in herself, but I don't like the fact that they try to play in our face. They want us to feel like she's a changed person. She's different now. She's healed and blah, 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 blah. And I don't believe that, okay? He was asking her how she feels about being compared to Cardi B, and she feel like the space that Cardi B is in, the success that Cardi B has, if that should be her. And she said, well, no, I feel like we both have our own careers. We're both successful. You know what I'm saying? She do her thing, I do mine. You know what I'm saying? People should stop comparing folks. I'm like, but she's always comparing herself to other people. So it's weird for her to say, well, no one should compare folks when it's being brought up about her being compared to Cardi B. But she'll sit up here and compare herself to other people as she's better than Rashida because Rashida's on Love and Hip Hop and she ain't. Like, you compare yourself to people. So that's weird to me. Okay. She said, I own my show on Zeus. I get paid for streaming it, so I don't have to work at all. I go on tour every 6 months. So I'm making money. Look, no one is negating that Johnson has a fan base or whatever, but I feel like she's ignoring the fact that she's also a horrible person. You know what I'm saying? She said her and Cardi B are the only 2 cast members from Love and Hip Hop who have left it and made it. Okay, nobody else left and made it. It's just me and her. That's it. I feel, well, she eventually left. And even when she left, she still went to other reality shows. Cardi B is the only person who came on Love and Hip Hop. She did 2 seasons. Her first season, her second season, she did not go back. And she never went on any other show. K. Michelle came on, did a season or whatever, but K. Michelle also still did reality TV. So when someone say me, we the only ones who made it, I'm like, no. Technically, Cardi B is the only one who left and never did reality TV shows at all. She left and focused strictly on her music, and she did not do no shows. She was a judge on some rap show, but that wasn't like a show for her. K. Michelle came back on shows. K. Michelle had her own shows too. K. Michelle did not leave and strictly focus on music and rap that out. That's the only difference in her and those 3. But those 3 women are the only ones who was on the show, left, and has done music. You know what I'm saying? So that's true tea. So in my opinion, you not even compared to Cardi because you are still on a reality TV show. Even if you own it on Zeus, that's fine. Congratulations, confetti. But you can't make it seem as if you and Cardi are the only 2 who left in the same way. You stayed on for like 5 or 6 seasons on Love Hip Hop. You then went and had shows on Zeus. You've done all kind of other shows. Cardi did not, and that ain't no tea, no shade. K. Michelle did a few seasons of Love and Hip Hop, and then also had her own show on VH1. But y'all both stayed on reality TV. Cardi came and left. And I agree. She only came back for second season to bring on Hennessy. And then she never went back. That was it. So I'm like, to me, she likes to compare herself as if she don't need the show. Like she never needed the show. And anybody else who's still on Love and Hip Hop is not comparable to her. And I'm like, wow, y'all all on TV? You on the app. You are on the app. Love and Hip Hop is on TV. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, it ain't the same. To me, Zeus is not this huge app network. Zeus has a niche of ratchet shows, girls fighting, and talking shit. And that's whatever. That's still Love and Hip Hop. You are no different. You even though you own the right to your show, you are still around there full out line for a check. I'm leaving that be. She brought up how she was on Star. I did not even remember her being on Star at all. But she was on Star. How Lee Banks wanted her to stay on the show, but she left to focus on her cabaret. I didn't know that part either. How once she left because she was pregnant with Bonnie Bella, and she just never went back. She said, I could have been the most huge actress had I kept acting. I could have been bigger than J-Lo. I could have been bigger than... When she said she could have been bigger than Selma Hayek, but she pronounced her name wrong, I said, why you lying? Why you lying? Why you lying? First of all, I do not remember her being on Star. I remember her having a small role on P-Valley. I don't see her as an actress. Now, we know she be acting crazy. But that's about it. Okay. But again, she said, I'm around here. I make more money than other people. Because my show, because I own it. Okay. She brought up how, everything she do was all in-house. So she makes the most money because she's like Ballistic make her beats. He write her music. She do her own contracts or whatever. So I make money. Okay. Because she said, I don't have to pay other people. That's cool. And again, I'm not knocking her for being about her money. I just don't like this love fest that she's this amazing woman who's done all these amazing things, and we should be in awe of what she's accomplished because she was a poor Puerto Rican person from Puerto Rico, and we should feel like, oh my God, she's done so much. Oh my God, she's so smart. She could have did all this with Stevie J. Stevie J was making her beats and her sounds. He was writing shit. She got Ballistic is just a different Stevie J. But her saying, I could have been bigger than J-Lo and Selma. I said, bitch, Selma. And the fact that Carlos didn't say, Joseline, I don't believe you, Joseline. That's like, he didn't even laugh. Anyway, they also discussed her being offered. Like, do I have that clip? Let me see, y'all. Let me play a little clip I have. I believe it's a clip of her discussing. Excuse me. Her being offered stuff on The Real. I hope it's the right clip.
You also were offered a full-time position on The Real.
Yes.
And you turned that down. Why?
I feel like I was too young to do that. And I really wanted to do music. I got hits.
I'm like, what hits? I feel like Do Like a Jewel B-Day. I mean, that's a hit. People do like that song. But I feel like every time she talked about what she could have done and what she turned down, it was as if, in my opinion, these things were like beneath her. Her saying, I could have, it wasn't, let me put this up. Her saying she was too young to take the job on The Real. I was like, well, why? Why?
Do it like it should be day.
A huge hit. Hey, Issa Rae, Insecure. No, Joseline, people can say what they want. No, this is real tea. No, I don't think, this is the thing. I don't think people understand this. Do It Like It's Your Birthday, you wrote it. You get the publishing. When people play...
I get good checks for BMI.
Oh!
And this is what I feel like. They're talking about the couple songs she has that has been played on shows. But I'm like, it's other songs that people make, that people write, that gets played on TV shows. It's like, let's not make it seem like Joseline recreated the real. Let's not make it seem like other people who write songs don't own their songs. I'm like, to me, this felt like a push, a narrative of how amazing she is at this and that and that and this, and nobody else is doing anything. Nobody else is getting songs they wrote on TV shows. I'm like, we love soundtracks of TV shows for a lot of people's songs, not just hers.
Oh, listen, I want people to know this. Because, listen, this is no shade to anybody else. We're not here to shade people.
Lies and deceit.
But there's other artists. I don't. Hi. There's other artists who may have a big hit. They have ghostwriters. They don't own the publishing. The money got to be split between 25 people before they see a penny.
And I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's true. That's fine. What that means is some people don't have control of what they put out. So let's compare. Because what that means to me is some people have created something, they put it out for the masses, but they don't really have control over it. You know, other people get paid for what it is. And I'm like, well, that's kind of true. Because Carlos and him and his shows on own. He created those shows on own. You know what I'm saying? But we still don't know when Love and Marriage DC coming back because, you know, we haven't heard. You know what I'm saying? We've seen Carlos put out and say how it's not his decision to, you know, put Bell Collective in 2-part seasons. That wasn't his decision. That ain't what he wanted. So I'm like, you have stuff that you have on TV, Carlos, that you don't have full control over. Because if you did have full control, why are we waiting? You know, why did you say you did not want Bell Collective to come back in like September, October? It wasn't your decision. Okay? Why haven't you discussed, even before this season of Bell Collective came back, you had to wait for whoever else to approve it to come back. So my thing is, a lot of people who are still successful have other people they work with who help push out their product. I'm just saying.
Oh, my money split with me and my husband.
I don't think people understand that Do Like It's Your Birthday is yours. You own all of it. So when the songs are played at the club, the phones, the streaming, TV, not just, it was
not Insecure, boy. You got the what's the other show that I did?
P-Valley.
And everywhere. Every show. I think I paid like 10 times from TV shows.
All that money goes in your pocket. So you turned down Star, created by Lee Daniels.
Do anybody know who she was on Star? Because I don't remember.
You turned down the opportunity to be on an Emmy Award-winning daytime talk show.
Honey, I did not have time to sit out there with them old ass bitches talking about the other bitch. Honey, I got things to do. And
not them old ass bitches talking about other bitches, but you hear talking about other bitches. My point was, he said other people don't own they shit. Carlos said that. So it's fine trying to point out her smarts, but we're not dumb. We don't think that there's not people in the world who don't own their songs and own their masters. My point was, you can't point out how other people don't own their own shit when you don't either. He can say, I'm not being shady, but you is. Again, this narrative that she's this amazingly smart business person is to make people forget how much of an insane bully she is. But past that part, her saying she's too young to do them old bitches, talking about other bitches, but that's what she's here doing. And let's not also act like those shows would invite her on to discuss her projects. So if them old bitches ain't like you, you would not have been put out to a bigger market because them old bitches would not have talked about you. So I hate when people say stuff like, well, I don't have time for that, but you have time to go on those platforms and promote your shit. And people on the real wasn't that old. Jeannie Mai, Adrian Bailon, they not that old. Hell, even Tamar only in her 40s. Joseline is not young. She isn't. The real just got canceled, last year? They offered her a role because she would have been controversial. That's why they offered it to her. You know, that was why. They wanted the eyes on them. That was why. So I'm too young. I'm like, every talk show has people of different ages because you want to be able to reach a broad market. You want somebody in their 20s, in their 30s, in their 40s, in their 50s, because everybody has different opinions. It's an opinionated show.
Name them.
You didn't like it.
I was like, thank you, but y'all could keep it at $50,000 a month. Honey, I made $50,000 in a day. They wanted to pay me $50,000 a month, which was the contract that they sent me. And I just didn't think it was like, I just felt like
To live in LA.
I felt like I was too young to take that type of job.
Do y'all think she's making $50,000 a day? Do y'all believe that Joseline Hernandez is making $50,000 a day? She said it, not me. Okay? If Joseline is really making $50,000 a day, that means she's making $18,250,000 a year. So for her to say that The Real was going to offer her $50,000 a month to work 5 days a week. And I think at that point in time, they weren't live shows. They were like recording things, whatever. So she was going to be paid $50,000 a month. And let's not forget, she don't have no experience in television. So, but she want us to believe that I make $50,000 a day. Okay. Again, I just want y'all to see some of the shit she said.
And still to this day, I feel like I'm too young to take a job like that. That just was one of them. With Star, I feel like I needed to do the cabaret. So I couldn't do that job. I turned down so many jobs for believing in the music and the cabaret. But it's paying off.
But that's the point I want people to know.
It's paying off.
I'm gonna tell you something.
I don't mind Joseline wanting to have her own. I don't think it was a bad idea that she said, you know what, I want to do the cabaret, which means I want to go city to city and dance and call it a cabaret. I want to go city to city and pop my butt and pop my cooch and call it a cabaret. That's fine. You are supposed to want to create your own brand. That's cool. But I'm like, ma'am, I also feel like she knew she couldn't be on that show. Joseline do too much stuff to really be sitting down on a talk show daily. She knew she wasn't ready for that. She can barely sit. She couldn't sit through this interview and not cuss and fuss and say crazy shit. She can't be on a live show. Would be crazy.
And this is me creating shows and working with stars. A lot of them are afraid to leave a situation because they may have the dream. And you know this. Everybody before you and right now had a dream. But they're afraid of leaving the comfortability of that particular position, and believe in themselves. I don't think people understand. I don't know a lot of people who turned down a daytime talk show offer, an acting offer, to say, I want to do this thing called Joseline's Cabaret, and I want to do music. And you own the intellectual property.
A lot of people do that. People turn down stuff every day. Again, Joseline, but this is the kicker. Joseline wanted to do the cabaret. And she said, because I wanted to do that, I turned things down. I feel like if you have a project, why would you not want to be on a nationally syndicated talk show to promote your cabaret to bigger audiences? Because doing that show would not have stopped the cabaret, except she knew how she was going to act and what she was going to do would not align with the real. Her turning down Star only had 3 seasons. Let's call it a thing. Star had 3 seasons. It was a great show. It was. Joseline was not a star on Star. I still don't know who she played on Star. I don't remember her on Star like that. So it wasn't as if she had this huge role and it was stupid of her to turn it down. If you don't have a big role on the show, why would you go back to that show if you're not even really a kid? And she also said she got pregnant with her daughter, and so she left because she was pregnant. Joseline doing the cabaret, it fits her brand, but her brand don't fit regular broadcast television. It doesn't. That's why her show is on Zeus. Joseline showed us she can't sit and be civilized around people. She gonna fuss, cuss, and argue. Joseline said no because she knew she couldn't do it because of how she is, and that's fine. That's fine. It is what it is. Okay. He asked about her and Stevie J. She said we get along. You know what I'm saying? He don't get on my nerve or whatever. I don't pay him no mind. He sees his daughter. That's what it. She like how his kids, care for Bonnie Bella. The kids come spend time with Bonnie Bella. She be hanging out with Stevie J's oldest daughter because they be going out drinking and partying. Because Stevie J's older daughters, she's like 6 years younger than her. I feel like Johnson really be lying about her age. I don't believe she's in her early 30s. I just don't. I don't know. I don't care. Okay. The point is, she said they cool or whatever. She then said how Faith saved her life because she got with Stevie J. Okay. She said, too bad for Faith, but good for me. Because again, he got with Faith, she got with Ballistic or whatever, and we seen the craziness that happened. But we see craziness in both their relationships. Like, she was talking as if Stevie J and Faith had this horrible thing. Now, it's messy shit with Stevie J and Faith. But you and Ballistic ain't no better. We still feel like y'all beating each other. Assumption. Okay. She said she was pissed off when Stevie J took Bonnie Bella and got custody for like 2 weeks. Back when she was on a boot camp, she's like, look, he tried it with me. He called me on the show and asked me to pick her up from school. I said, yeah. He then went and got a court order for custody. And because I was on boot camp at the time, I could not leave the show. If I left the show, they would not pay me. They would sue me. And I was like, what parent said, well, no, I'm going to stay and do the show. I'm going to let my baby get... No, fuck y'all. Any show who feel like you can't leave to handle stuff with your child, you stayed for money. She said, I could not leave the show from filming. If I would have left, they would have sued me. They would have not paid me. So I let it happen. It was what it was. That, because I did not show the courts because I was filming a show, that's how he ended up getting custody of her. And then once I was done filming, 2 weeks later, I requested another hearing where Stevie did not show up. And because Stevie did not show up, she got back custody. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, ma'am, I would have left the show. I have a court date. I have to go to court. Can't no producer tell me I can't go to court if I'm at the risk of losing my child. The show. You hear me? She like, I'm just so happy I've done so great things for myself. I've given up big shows. people think I'm this dumb Puerto Rican lady, and I'm not. And I'm saying, so people, she was like, people don't get to see their dreams come true, and I don't get to see their dreams come true, and I can see my dreams coming true. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have helped me. You've helped me. Issa Rae has helped me because Issa Rae put the birthday song on, on the episode of one of her shows. He asked her about how she treats the women on her show. She said, well, that's how I talk to you. Now, he did say, people say you treat them really, really badly. You talk to them really, really badly. What do you say about that? And she said, well, that's how I talk to people, and she wasn't dumb at, like, she went on to say insults and said, that's how I talk to people. And I was like, but that's not right. You know what I'm saying? She said, people treated me that way, basically, okay, and told me I wasn't shit and talked down to me. So I have to be hard on them and talk down to them to make them be better. It's so they can be the best they can be. You know what I'm saying? But every season they see how I treat them and they still come on the show. And I was like, the fact that you don't get it's not right is crazy. The fact that you don't have to talk so badly to them. You don't have to, but you choose to. That's your choice. And the fact that she won't even acknowledge I shouldn't do that because how I was treated was wrong. It's like bad behavior repeats itself. Okay. And he then said, well, what about the fighting on the show? And she said, I'm a fighter. I'm gonna keep fighting. That ain't gonna change. If anybody want to book with me, it's gonna happen. And again, they want to create this narrative that she's not being mean. That's just how she talks to people. That's how she do things. No, it's not. It's not right. It's dumb. Now he then asked her about the Big Lex fights. And let's play this quick clip. Okay, because we all know her and Big Lex, the big old fight, which I believe is playing out on Zeus right now. I refuse to watch it. I did see the post that was on social media where we see her in that room and we see Melissa, whose face is bloody because of all this brawling. And I'm like, who got time for that shit? But this is what she said about the fight.
Happened in this infamous video where it was you, Big Lex, fighting, police arrested.
You calling her name like you know that hoe. You don't know that hoe.
I don't know her.
Don't even know where she come from, who birthed her, or nothing.
What was going on? Because a lot of people felt like, is she high? Is she on
Yeah, she was.
drugs? They felt like you zoned out.
I definitely zoned out. Not on drugs.
If you see the footage that's on Zeus, that's on social media, where there is like a close-up of Joseline's face, she was clearly insane. Clearly.
Do I like to get high? Absolutely, everybody do. I'm just the first one to admit it.
I don't get high. I don't get high. I don't do drugs. I don't even do weed. I barely take pain pills. So when everybody, I don't, not me, said the cat. But again, she's admitting to, well, yeah, I do drugs. Sure. Mm-hmm.
Zoned out.
I definitely zoned out. Not on drugs. Do I like to get high? Absolutely, everybody do. I'm just the first one to admit it.
High off what?
For whatever I want to get high off. It's really, at this point, it's really nobody's business.
Honey, that means it's something you can't get from the store. Okay, once I smoke a little weed, if everybody doing it, then say what you do. If everybody doing it,
if I want to go out and have a good time with my friends, I should be able to do that. But because it's Joseline, they make it a bigger deal than what it is.
Ma'am, you were caught on camera fighting like a maniac in a goddamn backstage area with 18,000 people. You were then caught on camera fighting with the police officers. Girl, that was not fun. Melissa's face was bloody. They had to blur her face because it was blood, okay? Miss Speed with the bullshit.
Everybody's on the same shit. Right now, if we all get drug tests today, I'm going to see who passed that mother drug test. Right now, please bring a drug test person right here, right now. Or anywhere. It doesn't have to be personally in this room. Anywhere in the room where it's full of people. Because everybody loves to point the finger. I wasn't, put it this way, when I got into that fight that day, I wasn't even high on weed.
let's say this. The way you were fighting that day, that ain't how anybody act on weed. So you said I wasn't even high on weed. We know that wasn't no weed high.
Before I go on stage, I don't smoke weed, I don't drink, I don't do nothing.
Now, didn't we see a couple weeks ago when she was on stage saying, this is the first time I ever performed on stage and I wasn't high, I wasn't drunk, I know, but she lying. She forgot. She was at a show and she said on camera, this is right before the fight happened. And we said, well, how she just said she wasn't getting high no more. Before that fight happened, she had a show. The video made its round on social media. She said to the crowd while crying, this is the first time I've ever performed and I wasn't high, no pills, no coke, no nothing. But now you're saying, oh, when you perform, you don't be high. Let's rewind.
I wasn't, put it this way, when I got into that fight that day, I wasn't even high on weed. Before I go on stage, I don't smoke weed, I don't drink, I don't do nothing. I'm focused.
Y'all, I'm a post this clip and I'm a find that clip of her talking about her being high and show she's a liar.
But I'm going to always defend myself when I have to. And that ain't gonna never stop.
Are you afraid of going to jail for that?
I already went to jail for that twice.
You know what the fuck you mean.
What's going on now? Do you have to go back to court? Was it 2 felony charges or something?
I got a bunch of felonies. I got a bunch of charges on me. But at the end of the day, when the judge see the truth and how everything came about, I feel like I'll be okay.
You're not worried?
No, I feel like I defended myself.
Okay.
And that's the delusion. Because let's not forget, she wasn't even really arrested and charged for the fight with Big Lex. She was arrested and charged with what she did to the cops. And all that is on video. All of it. All of it. Not this one, Lumpy. All of it. He asked her, what does she think her daughter would think when she see all the things that she's done? She said, my child would think I'm an icon. You know what I'm saying? She know her mama. She know how I am. She seen me in the acts and she loved me. The fact that she's saying my child has seen me turn up like that, that means she used to it. And that's the sad part. But again, on part 1, she said, I'm a great mom. I show her love and love and love. And now you're saying, well, she's seen me turn up. She's seen all this shit, so she don't love me. That's what's crazy is because that'll mean to her that will seem normal. Mama lashing out is normal. Mama in a hot tub with other bitches naked that should not. Bonnie Bella only like 6. You know, she said people always want to make someone be the bad guy. Because they think I'm always on drugs. I'll be bad guy. I'll be bad guy, and I'll be the only bad guy getting paid. Okay, she said no one on TV makes more money than me. No one. And I was like, I don't believe that. I don't. And I feel like a lot of folks just don't care about what she say. Like Mona Scott Young ain't gonna come out and deny shit. I feel like more like I'm not gonna give her the attention. Sometimes I think Joseline says things to get people to respond, and then she can respond because that's called promotion. And I feel like she's saying things that she know people don't care to respond to, even the amount of money she was gonna get on the reel. The reel is ended. Ain't nobody gonna come out and say, well, Joseline lying, because that's a back and forth. Joseline know she's saying things that the professionals in studios not finna back and forth it with her about. They just not gonna do that. You know? He then asked her about her feelings on being put off College Hill after Amber hit her first. Now, I said before, Amber did hit her first. Joseline was poking the bear. They both should have went home. Okay. Now we saw her crying on the show. She said, I didn't care. I didn't care. Okay, because I still got my $1 million. So she's saying BET paid her $1 million to be on college hill. I still got my $1 million. I went home a week early to be with my child and my man. And Amber got 20K and was mad because she don't want to be black while she has a black mother. Again, they want to make it seem as if she is this great person. She's this great business-minded person, and she don't care. She's so real. Joseline is, girl. She said, why didn't anybody ask or question if Amber was high on drugs? Because if I had I walked up and hit her, it would have been a whole thing about, oh, she high. We've seen you act a plum fool. That was shocking to see Amber do that. We've seen you do things, and we know that you're on drugs. Okay. We also know you were poking her ass and she reacted. That wasn't no drug-induced stuff. That was somebody being pissed and popping your ass. That's what that is, okay? She said, I'm just so disappointed in everybody trying to always point the finger at me as if I'm wrong, as if I did wrong, as if it's me. I was like, but it is you. Okay. He then asked her what will her legacy be? And this was her response.
When it's all said and done, what do you want the Joseline Hernandez legacy to be?
The legacy's already here. I'm immortal. I can die today, bitch, and I'm gonna be known for the rest of the history of life. Y'all hoes heard me. I can die today and I'll be known for the rest of the history of fucking life. Nobody's done it like me. I can die today, baby, and I'm immortal. I've already made myself immortal. I've made myself immortal in 2012 when I'm in hip-hop.
She really think and talk as if she's the HBIC of reality TV. And that's the gotcha for me. Like, Joseline to me was more entertaining the first 2 or 3 seasons of Love and Hip Hop. After that, she got aggravating to me. She's worse now. And the fact that she feels like no one can top her is crazy to me. Bitch thinks she Jesus. Who you think you is, John Gotti? She thinks she's something. Okay, I think she did mean immortal. Like, it's just, it's ruggish and bullshit. It's ruggish and not the left eye. Oh, Jesus. Okay, she irks my nerves. Joseline really irks my nerves because I feel like she just don't hold herself accountable in a way that makes it seem like she understands that things she do is offensive to some people, but because they keep paying her, she don't see nothing wrong with it. So she's going to defend how she talks to the girls. She'll defend fighting big legs. She'll defend all that shit because she feel like ain't nothing wrong, ain't nothing gonna happen, and can't nobody do or say anything that will, change how she acts. And that's what aggravates me. And to me, Carlos and Jonathan is trying to sit up here to soften her image. I don't buy it from either one of them. I don't, because when you see people in their natural habitat of foolishness, that's who they is. When we have to see her in spurts of being this calm, cool person and real cooperative, and that's the fakeness. This is let me sit here and act like I have some sense while still talking bullshit and making it seem as if I'm not a villain, but you're a villain. You may be a smart villain. You may be a villain who get paid, but that's what villains do. They do shit to get money. So you may be the biggest villain who makes some money, but your antics are still disrespectful and stupid. And I'm like, the only reason I review this is to call her out and call Carlos out too, because you can't fool us. You can't fool us. Joseline is trying to make it seem like I'm a good person, y'all. Y'all see me wilding out, fighting big legs. Y'all see me wilding out, fighting the cops. That's not me. Yes, it is. It is. And I miss me with the bullshit. Okay. Now, lastly, let's get to Tyrese and them. This is look. I'm so sick and tired. I'm sick. I'm sick and tired of your shit. Okay. Shout out to one of the sites from my sister-in-law. DJ Envy and his wife Gia. I feel like they didn't really want. And yes, I have Erica Mena up there because that's who DJ Envy cheated with. DJ Envy and Gia. I remember when it came out he was cheating on her with Erica Mena. I remember the fallout, the public fallout. Like, it was bad. It was all over the place. And he's on the radio, okay? And I remember all that stuff. Now, I remember when it all happened, and Tyrese, and then we're talking about him helping Gia and Envy fix their marriage when he was caught cheating on his wife and mother of his children with Erica Mena. It was Erica Mena also spoke about it as well on social media. You know what I'm saying? It was a mess. It was embarrassing for Gia because as she says, like, I had no idea who my husband was. He was out here being busy. That was when Envy first started like getting popular. First started getting noticed and being. I was supposed to be done before the awards, honey. We still going, so I'm like, it's gonna be what's gonna be. Y'all here, we here, we'll have a good time. I will be fully reviewing the MTV Awards, the fashions, and all that stuff tomorrow night at 9 p.m. So that's tomorrow, okay? And this is the last story. We're gonna be done. I can get to watch the awards. Okay. It was messy when it happened. Tyrese helped them out. Okay. Tyrese said he didn't know them. He had heard about things. He called and helped and mentored and talked to and blah, 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 blah. You know, that was, again, back in like 2017 or whatever time it was. Fast forward, we find out that Envy and Gia had kind of stopped rocking with him. We didn't know all this stuff. When he came on the Breakfast Club 2 days ago, they discussed all this stuff. They discussed Tyrese saying that the psych meds fucked him up, how he had said things, did things, had rubbed folk the wrong way. We witnessed Tyrese spiral, but I feel like he's calling him saying the psych meds forced me to do this, that, or the other. To me, y'all like the video. To me, matter of fact, take a little second, y'all. Take a little second, y'all, and like the video. Because you have to like the video, you know, that helps push it further, okay? And I'm happy for y'all who are here because I felt like some folks really want to watch the awards, and I was like, don't go live that night because ain't nobody gonna watch because the awards is on. So I'm happy y'all here, whatever. But we're gonna discuss the awards tomorrow. I'm recording them. Anyway, on the show 2 days ago, Charlamagne, Envy, and Tyrese had a full hour and a half discussion over all of it. I feel like Tyrese keeps talking about how, oh, you know, it was a psych meds. Oh, that's what it was. It's a psych meds. But I'm like, but sir, you are kind of exhibiting the same behavior now that you was then. So, like, how are we supposed to know the difference of what's happening? You know what I'm saying? How I supposed to know? And they had the first conversation about it. It seemed like things were squashed. Envy never said what Tyrese did that was disrespectful and inappropriate with Gia, but he made it clear he and his wife felt a certain kind of way because of what he did, said, and blah, blah, blah. Okay? And they kind of squashed it because Tyrese kept on saying, I don't remember, I don't know. It was a man. So anybody I offended, I'm sorry, blah, 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 blah. Okay, boom. Show aired, squash. Let's move on. We discussed that. Well, Tyrese went home and he made a video. Okay, and I have 10 minutes of his 22-minute video. Is it 10? Is it 10? Is it really 10 minutes? It's 10 minutes, y'all. And I had to speed the shit up. I had to speed it up because Tyrese gets on my nerves. Okay, but I need y'all to hear what Tyrese said so that when we discuss Envy's responses, it'll make sense. Because it came from what Tyrese said once he went on his IG page for 22 minutes to call Envy a liar. And I'm like, again, you're exhibiting the same behavior that we saw before. Okay, let's listen.
All right, y'all. So, I've lost a little sleep since I've been home about a man accusing me of disrespecting his wife, as he said. Charlamagne in the background said, "What did he say?" I was wondering too. What did I say? So, of course, you know, the beautiful thing about the iMessage, the iCloud, gives you an opportunity to recall text messages and...
Y'all, he was talking so slow. He was talking so slow. I had to double speed this shit. He was talking so slow.
I don't see nothing in the text messages directly into Envy or directly into his wife where I disrespected him or her.
This is the gotcha for me for what he doing. If you saying that you were in this psych med induced spiral and you don't know what you said to who, but if people telling you while you were doing that, you said things that I found offensive, disrespectful, and blah, 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 and y'all had that conversation, you keep saying, I don't know what I said, but I'm sorry. Even if that's how they felt, why is you going around looking for things to see what happened? Because you yourself said, you know you didn't say things that were offensive. You know you didn't say things that were out of your character. That you're still fixing things. So I'm like, why are you going to look and find what was said if they're telling you, either way it go, whatever it is you said, we didn't like it. And so we blocked you until recently. And I think Envy's point was he had fully stopped rocking with Tyrese. And that was his point.
First of all, I think of all things that hurt me, anybody who knows me knows that I know and been around some of the most beautiful people, you know, girlfriends, baby mamas, wives. It's not even in my character to disrespect any man, specifically his wife.
You sure? Because the way you talk about your ex-wife is disrespectful to her. I don't need that, B.
And yes, they can milk, not they, because I don't even know that his wife actually feels this way. But it's okay to milk the psych meds. Oh, you said a bunch of shit that you reckless. You know what?
It's okay to milk the psych med when that has been your defense of yourself. You keep talking about when anyone bring up what you did, you keep bringing up the psych meds. Envy has said they was pissed in general. They said, fuck the psych meds. But because you keep saying that was you on them psych meds, they're saying, okay, if that was you on the psych meds, we'll give you that because you said that.
Still on my apology tour. Y'all seen everything. I spoke about it in the interview. But I literally just had to pull up some receipts. And I had to go and look at my phone and say, when is the last time we were actually communicating? And does anything about our communication feel like I actually disrespected his wife or him? Because whether I was on psych meds or not, you're not describing me. You're not describing me as a man.
On the psych meds. And I was around here telling people that Will Smith gave me $5 million. And I was around here rapping Tupac lyrics to Jada. And we saw you crying. You're now saying, oh, well, y'all telling me that I flirted with or that I disrespected Gia or y'all. That don't sound like me. None of it sounded like you. Wasn't that your point? Wasn't that your point? That people were telling you the things you were doing were not who they knew you to be. So what's your argument?
That was the most hurtful thing ever. Charlamagne said, well, what did he say? Want to box you in the mouth. Hee hee ha ha. So, listen. I'm not going to show y'all what we were texting about. I just want to show you the death. That says DJ Envy wife, DJ Envy, mission. Right? That's when I was on a mission to help in any way I could to step in and help his marriage. And then, if you look here, that says August 23rd, 2022. This is a text chain with me.
So DJ, why is her name DJ Envy wife as if her name not Gia?
Envy and his wife. Not 2017, 2018, where I supposedly disrespected his wife and I was blocked.
You can send shit and still be blocked. It don't go through. And sometimes block this means you mute somebody's message so that you don't even get notified that they're sending you shit.
I got receipts. If your wife blocked me, if you blocked me, how are we communicating about anything? August 23rd, 2022. Now, let's go a little further.
Now, again, he didn't show us nothing besides the dates. He didn't show us who said what. We ain't seen that part yet. Now, again, I haven't watched this in full. I just kind of fast forward a little bit, okay?
Here is some communication directly with your first lady. Okay? The last thing we were texting about was we were actually trying to figure out, because I told y'all I've been very uncomfortable about talking about what God used me to do and blah, blah, blah. Like, I did it as from my heart. I didn't know him. I don't have a history. He ain't my brother. We ain't family. We ain't childhood homies. So it was such a random assignment, and I ended up doing it. But for him to go on the airwaves and say, I wanted to box you in the mouth because you disrespected my wife blocked you, I blocked you, and I just unblocked you a month ago, that's a fucking lie, bro.
Again, he calling Envy a liar. Why that was weird ass filter on?
That is a lie. Look at this, man. Me and your wife were communicating.
Not him bringing Gia in it. This is my thing. When somebody say me and my wife blocked you, and you then go on and say your wife ain't blocked me, I'm still talking to your wife.
August 11th, 2022. August 11th, 2012. Look, I said something that was 7 hours and 3 She said without fail.
Wait, but look, y'all, you see a whole bunch of stuff from Tyrese and Blue.
Like, I got receipts. I'm sending.
You see one thing from Gia. He's now showing a conversation with Gia. No, Gia is in his wife. And if you look, you see a lot of stuff coming from Tyrese. It's one thing coming from Gia. And to come on here, and this is my opinion, this is him trying to show, even if Envy's saying your wife blocked me, your wife lying, I'm still talking to your wife. You ain't know I was talking to your wife? Look at this. Look at me texting your wife and her responding. So how did you and your wife block me?
I'm sending images of my new Rolls Royce to your wife. Like, I know y'all always got nice cars and this and that. Like,
but look, y'all, look at this. Look at it. She not responding. She not responding. She not responding. We know that Envy cheated on Gia with Eric and Mena years ago. We know that Gia was leaving her husband. We know over the years they worked to fix their marriage. So this is not about what we know Envy did, because his wife forgave him and they're still happily married as far as we know now. So this is not about what Envy did to Gia. Okay, so we're gonna stay on topic now. Just stay focused, okay? Because this ain't about Envy cheating. We know he cheated. We know he cheated. That's why Gia literally left that man. And it took years for them to fix it. You know what I'm saying? The issue at hand today is the fact that Tyrese felt whatever kind of way about Envy and Charlamagne not being nice and comfortable. I'm sorry, not being nice and being too comfortable and kind of making fun of Tyrese once he got divorced. Tyrese is only upset, as he said before, I'm going through my divorce and y'all laughing at me, blah, 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 blah. And when Envy said, well, it's because of what happened, you was being, out of pocket with my wife, and I got pissed. And now he's trying to say, well, you can't say you blocked me. I was still talking to your wife. Who does that? And then what he's showing, there are no responses from Envy's wife. So that really does mean she really blocked him, because there is no correspondence from what we see right here.
If she blocked me, if I actually disrespected her as you allege, and you felt the way, how are we communicating August 22nd, 2023? It's bullshit, bro. Like, that's like...
Facts. That was the point Envy made. Yes, I cheated on my wife. She almost left me. He helped us get to a better place years ago. However, you should not be flirting with my wife.
Look what your wife just texted back and said. Absolutely beautiful. Talking about me purchasing an island in Turks and Caicos. That was August 23rd, 2023. Come on, man.
Envy just said that they unblocked him a month ago. What he's showing is matching what Envy said.
And the last time that all three of us was on a text chain, we were actually going back and forth trying to figure out when can we finally do an IG live with all three of us finally talking about what God put on my heart to do on behalf of the marriage.
Facts. They both said they unblocked him because of the psych med stuff he kept talking about.
So I'm going to ask you, sir, since all of this is played out for the public, did I disrespect your wife?
You didn't show us nothing that she said back to you. You showed y'all did not have any conversation for a while. Why? Because they blocked you.
Or did I not? Because why would your wife be communicating and responding with me with all the good energy that it's always been? And why would you be communicating with me and your wife on a text chain? And
now, he didn't show no communication and no back and forth between him and Envy. We didn't see. We really haven't seen anyone say anything to him except that one time from the wife that said, oh, that's great property in that scene.
Why am I texting you directly and you're responding? There is no problem. There is no disrespect. Just be a man and say, when you went through the same shit that I was going through, I just needed an out.
But how would that? Because if his point was, I was going through my shit and you didn't reach out, don't that mean he wasn't reaching out? Don't that mean y'all wasn't talking? You said that on the show, that while things was going on, he did not reach out to you. So y'all weren't talking.
I needed to just, I'm not fucking with none of that. Just say it. And then here's the last thing that nobody knows. When I had my psych med meltdown, it was around 2017, because I woke up to the news September 11th. And probably like a month later is when this goofy ass psychiatrist gave me the psych med saying it's going to help you to calm down and stabilize your mood, and it fucked me up. Mm-hmm. The psych med episode had already came and went. Me and my ex were still together over a year and a half after the whole thing went down. Me, you, and your wife have been on calls, we've been texting, we've been communicating, and we've been good.
But didn't he say verbatim, Envy wasn't talking to him and wasn't reaching? I'm confused.
So for you to say, I stopped fucking with you because you disrespected my wife, and my wife blocked you and I blocked you, and we just wasn't fucking with you, and every time you came to Atlanta and you texted me like, yo, pull up to the crib. You know why I was inviting you to the crib? I was inviting you to the crib because you were in town DJing. I wasn't inviting you to the crib to hash out no issues about me disrespecting your wife, because I never disrespected your wife. You never said I disrespected her. She never said.
And Envy did say they didn't tell him. They just kind of backed away from it.
It's a lie. Just be a man and be honest and say you went above and beyond for me out of the goodness of your heart. And I didn't have it in me, nor did she, to step up and help you when you was in the middle of a crisis.
Not saying his wife ain't have the decency to come to my aid either. Not bringing his wife in. Y'all know Amy don't play about years.
Y'all could have flew to Atlanta. Your first lady could have pulled my ex-wife to the side and had 5, 6 lunches and dinners and did whatever she had to do to try and get her to stay committed to the marriage. You could have pulled me to the side and had conversations with me. You could have did anything. And even if you had attempted to help, she would have still made her decision and said, no, I'm out.
Y'all didn't fix my marriage like I fixed yours. If God called you to fix their marriage, maybe God didn't call them to fix yours.
I praise God every day that something that God put on my heart to say to you and your wife actually helped y'all in any way I could. But let's not be out here lying and creating characteristics in a man that ain't there, bro. I'm gonna box you in the mouth. Over some shit. First of all, nigga, for real. But second of all, you lying on me, bro. You just making shit up. I got receipts.
You see ya.
August 23rd. Text messages. I'm not gonna show y'all what we texting about. Text messages.
Now we're gonna look at now because y'all know on one side all the correspondence is that's Tyrese. On the other side, that what we were. So let's see what happened. Let's see what was said.
Text responses. Text. Where is the person? This is
Let's see back. Okay, that's a couple.
his wife. This is first lady. Where is the person? She's giving me Rashawn's new cell phone number. August the 10th, 2022.
Again, 2022.
The site, man.
But not much else until 2023.
And the supposed disrespect happened in 2017. So what I want us to do is I want us to be adults. And I want us to leave the conversation alone. And I want you to go ahead and keep wrestling with what you're wrestling with, which is that brother went out of his way and he was there for me. And I've been laughing at him on my show. I've been talking shit. I've been throwing shots. I've been looking at the rumor report. We've been dunking into the day in it, reading my captions and all my shit. And you've been just every time a guest come on your show, you say, hey man, what's up with Tyrese? I'll be like, damn, Envy, why you trying to bait niggas into talking shit about me? You did it to Ludacris? You did it to Tank? You be bringing my name up when people come on the show. And I'm like, what, bro?
It was none of this on the show. It was none of this issues. It was none of it. It was, hey, I didn't see. I'm sorry if it was a psych meds. I didn't know. I don't know what I said. You know what I'm saying? If you felt like I ain't saying shit about that man, if you felt that, you ain't say none of that.
That's why I came into the show feeling the way. Why I'm on my Instagram? I'm gonna tell you why I'm on my Instagram. Because everything about what you said was on a public platform, and I'm addressing this shit publicly to let the world know. Your girl, your baby mama, your wife. Not Envy's, but anybody. You can leave me in a private room.
No, sir.
And you can secretly record the conversation.
No, sir.
I will never disrespect another man's wife.
You don't know what somebody else feels is disrespect. That's the gotcha.
I will never disrespect another man's woman. As a matter of fact, when women break up with dudes and they're going through what they're going through, if I actually know the nigga, and this ex-wife or ex-girlfriend is all of a sudden available, I won't even fuck with that. That ain't who I am as a man. There's too many women out here to be out here messing with somebody if you know somebody that they used to. Like, come on, man.
Then why are you so stuck on your ex-wife? If there's so many women in the world, why are you still consistently stuck on discussing your ex-wife when you have a whole girlfriend? That's
integrity that you learn in the hood, nigga. Real hood niggas know. You get your whole motherfucking head caved in. For real. For fucking with another nigga's wife. We don't play those games. Too many niggas have been laid out in the hood for crossing that line. You don't do that. August 2022. To make text messages directly into your wife's phone. Text change between me. You just blocked me a month ago. That's a lie. I disrespected you and your wife. Your wife blocked me. That's a lie. That's a lie. And I deserve an apology.
Not an apology. Not an apology.
The way you came at my wife, I should box you in the...
Steve Harvey just did the same thing about Marjorie. Steve Harvey just got pissed and went off about his wife. Because folks fucking with his wife. Now, Envy, like sometimes Envy is too sensitive. He is. Sometimes he is. But this time, I don't feel like him saying you did something crazy that made my wife feel some way, so I can't fuck. That's what it is.
How did I come at your wife, bro? Just say, I never gave a fuck about helping you when you was fucked up, the way you went above and beyond to help me. Own it, nigga, own it. When you had your meltdown and your problems and you was on the brink of your, look, a year and a half after the Psych Med episode, that's when Samantha divorced me. There was no Psych Meds in sight, and me, you, and your wife were all still very much so in touch.
We see you don't need Psych Meds to be a little bit, a little bit different. A little bit aggravated.
On calls, communication, text chains, I ain't gotta lie and make shit up, nigga. I got receipts, bruh. You're wrestling with what you decided to not do when my world was crashing down because you know I went above and beyond to do something for you that I didn't have to do. So let's not justify it. Let's not start grabbing shit out the sky to make yourself feel good about you hitting the parachute button on me when shit hit the fan for me.
Not the parachute button.
I'm gonna leave it alone.
Are you really?
I'm gonna leave it alone. Paint your picture, say what you say, talk about what you talk about. Our last exchange was about us finally going on Instagram to talk about the book that y'all put me in, which I'm honored and grateful that y'all decided to tell the story. I didn't want
that book came out like 2 years ago. That ain't no new book. I had that book.
you to. Y'all decided to do interviews and tell everybody what God used me to do to step in and help in any way I could, and you have decided to not be there for me. And you feel bad about it. You feel like shit about not helping me and
I don't think any of your kids care that much. I don't think they care that much. I don't think they feel bad. I don't.
anyway. Yes, you do. And if you want to know why I invited you to my crib when you was in Atlanta, because I actually know you. And we, me, you, and your wife have all still been on calls, communicating, and still cool. So that fuck shit you talking about, disrespecting my wife, and where, how, when, what?
Tyrese wants to be a husband, but he don't understand a husband defending his wife. Okay.
And if I really did, you would have blocked me in 2017 and never unblocked me ever until it was addressed. So you decided to wait until we was on your radio show to talk about some shit that never happened.
Now, he still talked for another 10 minutes. But I said, we don't need that part. We don't need that part. Okay. So Envy and them seeing that. So today on the Breakfast Club, y'all know I cannot play the audio of the Breakfast Club, but I will get flagged. Okay. I took the note though. So Tyrese had all that shit that he said. Again, all that thing right there we just watched, that was him after the hour and a half interview conversation on the Breakfast Club. That's what he did after. Okay, so today, Envy was like, let's discuss what happened. Because you're calling me a liar, you're calling my wife a liar. Let's discuss. Because again, he said then, I don't want to get into details, but just know, you know what I'm saying, we felt some kind of way. Envy said Tyrese wanted him and Gia, who was his wife, right there, to go on live and do a video. Okay. That they wanted, that Tyrese wanted them to be on live, like talking about Tyrese's ex-wife. Envy said they felt like Tyrese wanted them to shit on his ex-wife. And my ice is so frozen. And he did not want to do that. So he and his wife said, nah, we good. We straight. Ain't gonna happen. Okay? He said at that point, because they felt like, why would you ask us to go on social media, on live, on whatever, to talk shit about your wife? So they backed away a little bit. They stopped dealing with him a little bit. He says then Gia felt like, his wife felt like Tyrese was flirting with her. He saw things that he felt like was inappropriate as well. Okay? He said, Tyrese, this is what Envy said on thing today. Envy said it, not me. It's Envy words. It's not my words, it's Envy words. Envy said he would say stuff like, if you was with a man like me, I would never do you how Envy did you when he cheated on you, Erica Mena. Okay? So their point was he was saying little things that Gia felt like were crossing the boundaries. As a married woman, you should not be saying those things to me. That ain't right. That ain't cool. Saying to somebody's wife, I would never treat you how he treats you. Even if that means you deserve better, bitch, I don't deserve you. Okay? So again, Envy said Tyrese was flirting, say I would never do you. You know, if you were with a man like me, I would never treat you how Emmy did. He then called Gia. He called Gia. Y'all know the Breakfast Club airs from 6 to 10. Gia at home with the kids, getting the kids ready for school. He said, baby, I know you was early and you get the kids ready for school. Had her on the radio. Okay. And I follow Gia on IG. Gia seems to be really, really cool. Mom, love her kids. Like I have never seen her involved in bullshit at all. So he called Gia so she can say how it made her feel. You know, she said Gia also said, I do not want to give specifics. I don't want to get into all that. However, he was giving me very inappropriate compliments. Okay. He made me feel uncomfortable how he was demanding of my time. That when I did not give him attention, when I did not give him my time, he would get upset and angry. That he would then tell her what his expectations were of her with him. How can you tell somebody's wife what you expect of them because they don't have time for you? Again, Gia said that he was making inappropriate compliments to me as a married woman. And he made me feel uncomfortable because he was getting upset and angry when I would not give him my time and my energy. She did say we did become friends because he did help me and my husband. So over time, we were friends. We were. She said sometimes I will be texting her on the phone and Envy will be right there at first. But it became uncomfortable because he was demanding attention and time from me and would get mad at me. And when she said he would then tell me about what his expectations were of me, I said, that's completely inappropriate. And she said at the time, I did not think he was going through any mental issues at that time. And again, they became friends or whatever, that they were talking on the phone or whatever, but she felt like he got too close. And that's when her and Indy made the decision to back away from the friendship because he was on bullshit. And Gia said her piece. Envy let her talk. You know what I'm saying? Again, she said, I don't feel comfortable giving specifics. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it was just flirting and inappropriate comments towards a married woman. And I didn't like it. Now, I saw some folks say, oh, she was trying to get back on Envy. I don't see. Gia was going to, like, when they talk about her leaving him, I don't see her wanting to cheat back because she was upset that he cheated. I also don't feel like Tyrese is her type. I do think she is his type. If you look at Tyrese's exes, they look like Gia. They do. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't there. I'm just saying what she said happened and how it seemed like Tyrese went through bullshit. She said how I haven't seen what he been saying on social media. I've been really busy. I'm not on social media much like that. So I don't know what he said. I know my husband has. And because I know he's seen it and he's upset, I respect my husband's feelings. Envy then read a text from July 28th of 2022 from some random person who texted him and told him, do not trust Tyrese. Do not trust that man. He will try to get involved in your marriage. And he will try to get at your wife. Envy said it's crazy because we hadn't told anybody how Gia felt. So the fact that anybody contacted him based on seeing Tyrese hanging around them and all that shit back then, someone told him, hey, don't trust him, man. He did the same thing to me. Don't do it. Don't do it. You know what I'm saying? And he said, again, it wasn't as if anyone knew how Gia felt. Because Gia don't post. If you go to Gia's Instagram page, first of all, it's a beautiful page. They got money. You hear me? But she not going to post shit about her. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. So he said, seeing that, I was like, wow. You know, that's kind of crazy, whatever. He said, but again, this is how Tyrese made Gia feel. And once he was watching, he's like, it is a little bit extra. It's a little bit too much, okay? Envy brought up how we talked for over an hour or whatever. He then went on social media calling me a liar. The fact, in my opinion, Envy tried to squash it on the show. Envy was pissed. He was. And I said, nigga, you had to know what he say. What he say? And when he did not say what was said, I was a little bit upset. But I'm like, if Gia was like, I don't want to get involved in all that. I think Gia does not want this social media storm, because when he cheated on her, that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't want to get into details. But once Envy said his lies, that we was lying. Oh, she said, oh, he called us a liar? Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. If he said he got receipts, and if he's saying, you know, you lying, we can pull everything out because you're not lying. And I respect the fact that they have a stronger marriage now. Again, we know Envy. That's why I put her up there so folks can't say, why you what? We know Envy cheated on Gia years ago with Erica Mena. And this is Envy cheated. It had to be like 10 years ago. This was like the first couple seasons of Love and Hip Hop, not recently. Okay. They built a stronger marriage. And the fact that he now knows he can't play by his wife, and Gia know my husband now loves me. He's a pussycat now. He can't do nothing. And saying it makes sense. And Gia saying, oh, he said I'm lying? He said we lying? Oh, we can post the receipts. And the receipts Tyrese posted proved their point. There's not much conversation at all from them to you, which means in some shape, way, or form, they did block you. They did stop fucking with you. And even though Gia did say, I know my husband is completely over him, I still have a bit of respect for Tyrese because he helped save our marriage. But I respect my husband's feelings. And she said that before Envy said we called us some liars. She then said, oh, that's different. We can go there because my husband ain't lying. Okay. And I'm like, it do sound like Tyrese, even Tyrese talking and kept saying, your wife is talking to me, your wife texting me. It do seem like he felt like I was talking to your wife. She was giving me attention. You know what I'm saying? Also, why would Gia lie? Why would she lie? Like, she had no reason to lie, and none of this was made public until Tyrese came on the thing through an interview. And Envy never really said what was said. It could have been something as simple as, you said my wife ain't shit. You could say that I don't deserve my wife. It could have been something simple, but it's the fact that he like, well, no, he was flirting with my wife. He made my wife feel uncomfortable. He made my wife feel like the comments he gave her were inappropriate for a married woman. And that's how she felt, so we backed the fuck away. I'm like, now look, I hope going forward, because again, he was live yesterday. They discussed it on the show today. I hope Tyrese don't post nothing else, because if he do, I'm tired. I'm tired, boss. Okay. Anyway, y'all, that's it. That's all. Okay. What was supposed to be an hour live turned into a 2-hour live. Okay, because things were discussed and whatnot. Okay. Now look, we'll be back tomorrow for a whole live. We will discuss the whole VMAs. I ain't about to cut my TV on and get caught up on the VMAs or whatever. We will discuss the fashion, the awards, the performances, and all of that stuff. I will see y'all tomorrow at 9 p.m. Do not forget today to like this video, comment if you want to replay in the comment section. You can also share it. Follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, Twitter, and TikTok, y'all. Until tomorrow, I gotta go. I love you all. Bye.